Hello everyone, Debbie here. Welcome back to Barossa Valley Crafts. Today we're going to have a go at making this card. I had some students do this in one of my classes, and when I posted it in my Facebook group I had a lot of people asking how it was done. So I will show you how I have done this, but it's not going to be the same. I'm going to use some different stamps just so they're not all the same. So anyway, let me show you how I have done this technique. So I've got a piece of smooth white card. So this one is 5.5 inches square, and I've got a brayer and some Stormy Sky Distress Oxide. So I'm just going to put some ink onto my brayer. Now when you're inking these up, do it from top to bottom, lift top to bottom. If you do it back and forth, you're only going to be inking one spot. Whereas doing it this way, you're inking the whole roller, and that's what you need to do. Then we're just going to run it back and forth on here. And then, starting on the edge of the card, just work your brayer across towards the centre of the card. You can pick up some more ink and come through again, and just keep going until you've got the depth of colour that you like. Now you want it to be darker on the edge than you do in the centre, so don't do it too dark in the centre. Okay, so when you've got the depth of colour that you'd like, flip it around and do the same again on the other side. Now if you don't have one of these glass mats, this is a Couture Creations glass mat, and if you don't have one of those, you can just use a craft mat. I might have used up nearly all of my ink on there. I'll just pick up some more off the pad, pop some more down on here. And when you're rolling it on your glass mat or your craft mat, don't push too hard, otherwise the roller will slide rather than actually rolling. Okay, so now we'll just keep going until we've got the depth of colour that we want and how far across the card you'd like. Okay, I think that's probably enough. Yep, that'll do. Okay, so now I'll just clean this up. So I'll just use baby wipes here. Now if you wanted to, you could spritz some water on your paint or your ink that's on your mat and push a card into it and do your smushing effect, but I'm just going to wipe it up for today. So it's one way you can make two backgrounds from one session. Okay, so that's got that clean. Just pop that out of the way. So now we're going to do some stamping. So I'll bring in my stamp press and we'll just pop the card in. I think I'll have that as the bottom. And then, so for this one, so where this one here I've used this toadstool, in this one I'm going to use this Lavinia one. So I'm going to use all Lavinia stamps today. And this is called Forest Cap Toadstool. So all of these products I'm using I actually purchased from Image Plus Scrapbook Superstore in Tasmania, which is an online store. I'll add the link in the description if you'd like to have a look at what she has there. Okay, so now we'll stamp that. So for stamping, I'm using VersaFine Clair Nocturne. I do all of my stamping with VersaFine Clair. I just find it's a really good stamping ink pad. Okay, so we'll just ink that up and push that down. Make sure you allow time for the cardstock to soak the ink in. And the beauty of the stamp press is if it doesn't work properly, providing nothing's moved, you can stamp it again. I think I might just stamp it again, more so for the top of it. That's better. Okay, so I'll just clean off my stamp. I'll just use baby wipes to clean it up. And pop that one away. And now the next one I'm going to use is the Lavinia berry wreath. So when you buy this one, it's got 3 different stamps in it. I'm only going to use this big one. So where's my other card? So with this one, I've done the wreath going that way. With this one, I want to do it going the other way. So we'll just line up the stamp where you want it. About there, and then with my next one we'll go about there. So yep, that should be fine. So again, I'm stamping with Nocturne, and we'll pop that down. Now I'm going to wipe it off. Even though I'm using the same stamp, I don't want to sit it down and have it go into the wrong spot and then leave ink there. So now I want this one to go might pop that one about there. So again, we'll just pick that up. So many different varieties of these Lavinia stamps, and they're just beautiful to work with. I love them. Okay, that's enough. Now I'll just wipe that off and put that one away. And then I'm going to use the small reindeer. I'll just give the back of this a bit of a clean. It's probably one of my most used stamps, and it loses its sticky, so just giving it a wipe with the wet one will help make it a bit sticky again. I'll just move this magnet. So I'm going to pop the reindeer about there. Pick that one up and ink him up. Yeah, he's beautiful. I love him. Okay, clean that off. And then I'm going to use Mystical Hairs, or sorry, Whimsical Hairs. I'm going to get the one that's leaping. And I'm going to have him going over here. Just put another magnet down there. That's it. So I'll ink him up. And pop him into place. Here we go. Alrighty. So that's that done. So now we'll take it out of the stamp press Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I've got this stencil. I'm just going to pop it over the top, and using the Stormy Sky again, I'm just going to very lightly just get some ink on my brush. I just want to very lightly put some of this stencil around. So I don't want it to be too overpowering. I just want it to be faint in the background. There you go, just like that. So it doesn't need a lot. Okay. So now I've got this gold metallic pen. So I'm just going to do some colouring in of these little gold, or the little berries. I want them gold. So I'll just colour some of those in. Sorry, I don't edit my tutorials, so I cannot speed up the process. I'm really sorry. So I'll just try and do them as quick as I can. And you don't have to do all of them. You can if you want to, or you can just do some. So I'll probably do more after I've finished and add it to the finished photo rather than sitting here doing lots and lots of them. All right, so then we're going to get a stamp block, and this one's called Dragon Verse, and I just want some wording stamped on here. So I just want a little bit. I'm not going to do a huge amount. Okay, so whoops. Again, this is one of my really well used ones, so it's lost a lot of the sticky on it. So I just want some words up in that corner. So what I'm going to use here is my Versamark, which is a clear sticky ink. I'm going to ink up my words. So make sure, because it's clear, you can't really see where you've done it, so make sure you've got a good coverage of ink on the stamp. And then I'll make sure I've got them up the right way. Give it a bit more ink to be sure. Wouldn't be the first time I've stamped it and I've had them upside down. So we're just going to put that on there. Let it soak in. And then using some gold mica powder, I'm just going to rub this over the words, and the mica powder will stick to wherever that Versamark is because it's sticky. There we go. So it's just some faint words on there. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. And I might do some more just down here, so I'll ink it up again. I'll just line that up wherever I want it. Give it a good press. And then again, add some mica powder to it. And there it is. It's a bit like magic seeing the words appear. I'm just going to very gently wipe over that. I probably didn't allow the ink to dry enough, but never mind, that's okay. So that's that. I'll just pop that away. And then using some scrap paper, I'm just going to create some grounding. So this time I'm going to use VersaFine Clear Twilight. Put some on the brush. I'm just going to ground the mushroom. And the deer, so that they're not floating in air. Now it looks like they're standing on some ground. And then I'm just going to do some coloured dots on the mushroom. Now again, you can use any colour you like. You don't have to use the colours I'm using here. So I won't do them all now. Like I said, I'll do some a bit after I go off camera so that you're not sitting here watching me doing all these. But it's a very easy technique, and you don't have to use the same stamps that I have used here. You can use any stamps you like, any stencils you like. Just make do with what you've got in your stash. Okay, I'll just go around that one. Anyway, I'll decorate that a bit more when it's all finished. And that's basically it. So then you would mount it onto your card, and there's your finished card. So easy to do. But like I said, I'll do some more colouring in on this and I'll show it in the finished photo. So there's the one that I did earlier. So same technique, different stamps, different colours. I hope you've enjoyed that, and if you have, please do give me the thumbs up and do subscribe if you'd like to see more of my tutorials. And yeah, if you'd like to come and join me in my Facebook group, please do. I'll add the links below in the description. Thank you for joining me. Bye.